Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the dairy monks of Milkit capture the secondary oil reserves of Cutlass Keys. Upon seizing the hamlet, the company immediately rebranded as Milady's White Knights and began issuing declarations of war in other regions. More on that later, but first we caught up with Milkit namesake, Milks, to ask about the war. Big night tonight, having taken one of the regions, Cutlass Keys. Would you care to tell us about it, what your outcomes were on the field, how you felt about the fight, and possibly tell us about your intentions for the hamlet going forward?
Well, I would first like to start with saying I was not even in the war, so I can't say how it went down on either side. But I hope everyone on both sides enjoy themselves. And the plans are gonna be, stay tuned.
KOTT News will bring you more on that story as it develops. Turning to the weather, another beautiful morning until early afternoon, when light invasions will impact Cutlass Keys and Morningdale. This just handed to me. Covenant Company Milady's White Knights rebrands back to Milkit, but design new company crest. KOTT News will bring you more on this story as it develops. Wrapping up the weather, 25% chance of invasion tonight after the wars as southern tropics and northern winds push invasions into Eternum. Another last-minute adjustment made to the official LARPCO lineup for tonight's events. I'm being told there's a new graphic available? Oh, and it's the Church of Biz settling on their identity and declaring war on the forces of Eternals for control of Ebonscale. I guess this is the thing we were to stay tuned for, immediately declaring war after winning one last night. For the forces of Eternals, defending the unique architecture of Ebonscale is their declared priority, so we should expect an impassioned war. In the later matchup, it's the forces of Primordus Virtue attempting to claim the fishing port town of Reekwater from the unsupervised. For Primordus, their pride as one of the original founding houses is on the line as they attempt to increase the size of their domain. Whereas unsupervised, formerly known as Predator, formerly known as Evora, formerly known as Verdurus, have only just begun their occupation of Reekwater, but have many allies in many regions. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.